Oh, and an update for Bo. I didn't get your car out today, and I apologize. It's just been a busy day, and I got to do my own projects. Forgot to go out and do that. Uh, should be for certain Monday. After this little piece here, since I didn't get it out, I thought it needed to run on the track at least once before it leaves the United States. So, without further ado, we're going to run it on the track. Here we go. Did you see that? That was great. The car is running on my track. However, it was running under the power of, well, now it won't go back in the slot. There we go. It was running under the power of my shadow. And then, that way, at least, see the reflection on there. That sucks. Let's see if I can put my hand there. So I could push your shadow around on the track, so at least I could say it ran on my track before it left. So, anyway, for sure going out Monday. I will get it out, and I will let you know in somebody's message. Anyway. Ho, 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 ho. Now we got that out of the way. Sorry, I had to poke a little fun at Bo there. Hello, slot car. You know what? Slot heads. I keep saying that. Slot cars. I don't know why. But you expect no less from me. Anyway. 2024. And I got a couple things accomplished this week. I'm going to talk a little bit today. Hopefully I shut up in time when I get my point across. And anyway, let's start with some good news. This is what I've been working on this week. Yes, there's my finger. And let me go ahead and say anyway. And what else do I usually say? Oh well. So, I got my light tower put together this week. I am impressed with it. It's actually fairly simple to put together. Of course, I have a little bit of a shout out there. Actually, a big shout out to Shane Hughes, Hughes Garage, and Slot Car Adventures. I watched his video several times as I was doing this, just to make sure I was kind of getting the idea. I mean, it's self-explanatory, but you know, it is my first, what I call more, not professional, but intermediate build that I've done. I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right. I also reached out to Shane himself. We talked quite a bit this last week while he was trying to get his apocalypse video going. Woo! And I apologize again, Shane. I know you were under the gun to get that done, and man, did it turn out amazing, epic. And for those of you watching this, if you haven't watched Hughes Garage, the apocalypse video, you need to stop watching me now and go watch that. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. It is epic. There's other words for it. I'm not sure what they are, but you'll definitely enjoy that. Because, I mean, it's just a great... You just watch it and come back. You tell me what you think. How's that? Anyway, so he helped me with this tower a little bit on talking things. Because I had some issues along the way. And let me go ahead and bring you in a little closer. Painted the interior landing blue. The backs of the signs are blue. I was missing one long ladder. I thought it was in the kit when I got it. As a matter of fact, you know what? Since I'm here. Yes, this is my magnetic racing. I meant for this sign to be on the other side. However, me not paying attention, I did the wrong thing. Then here we go. We got it red and green Christmas. So if it's got a green lens here, the net on the inside, I don't know if you can see that or not, is red. If it's green, let's see, if it's red, it's green. If it's green, it's red. So if you look at it, try and get the angles. It's green and red. So hopefully you saw that. Dug it in, great product. This is the 8. I thought I ordered the 4. And I got the 8. Won't complain. I really like it. This thing's set at 7.90 volts, just so I don't blind you guys. I had it at 12 volts earlier, and you couldn't even get the camera to see anything on it because the glare off of it was ridiculous. Especially just doing it with my phone. But damn, I just wish I coughed that part up. So anyway, been working on that. I still got, if you see I took Shane's idea with the posts. I might have to shorten that one still more. But I want to paint him in a candy cane look. Let's see if I can get it up there. A candy cane look. So I haven't done that yet. And this top here, you see, it looks like a little off. It is. I couldn't get it to secure down on all the lights down below, so it didn't want to stay in place. It did when I had 4 on there, and then when I started putting the motors in, it wasn't because of design issue. It's because of my paint issue, which I'll explain here in a second. But I think they say not to glue that down, and so I think I'm gonna get I got some Velcro strips somewhere around here. I just gotta find them, and I'm gonna cut a real thin layer and put it down. That way I can at least get it to somewhat sit flush. Yeah, that's the plan for that one going forward. So then you see my new magnetic racing sign phone holder. I painted the sides green, and I painted it the same silver as this tower. This is my old one. Green on one side, red on one side, white. And after I said something about that the other day, about needing maybe one more for my gears room. Honestly, if you think about it, if you got more of these and you have friends over that have their own phones and they want to keep their own timers down in front, wouldn't that be awesome to have? Well, 6 of them on the layout itself, around the layout where people are going to stand to drive. So actually, I can see where those could come in quite useful all the way around. Just giving you guys some heads up ideas. I mean, take it or leave it. But that was just an idea I had. Then over here, I shouldn't have probably shown these in the same video, but I had to. Switch from, and this is bad because, magnetic racing signs right there in the picture still. But this is a Racetrack Scenics Grandstand, covered grandstand I bought, and you guys have seen this thing for a long time, and I've never done anything with it. The only thing that's not done on it now is some minor details, which is also going to be done to the tower, and therefore I haven't glued the top on the grandstand yet. I got some Woodland Scenics water creations, and I'm going to make some icicles and hang them off the tops of this, and maybe a little bit down at the bottom. And then same thing with the signs, the tower, be hanging off the signs. I was planning to get maybe a little bit here and there. It all depends. I got to get an image. And then I'll get some Mod Podge and kind of make depending on what direction I set this thing and decide what direction my snow's going. That's how it's going to hit the tower, so that you have snow in the corners of so it looks like snow cover. Bottom of this will have a logo of some kind, maybe a logo or maybe a Christmas theme thing or something along that line. And then of course across the back there you got that. I got it white right now, but I could put something behind there, so it's behind the people, and then on the opposite side I could have something facing out, if you can see the backside from wherever I place it. It is 2024. I have changed my track several times this year, or 2023, I guess. I've changed it several times. I'm going to try and keep some similarities to what I've got. But what's going on is, as you've seen, I got some buildings from Magnetic Racing that I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to start building my own kind of village thing. There's a couple reasons for that. One, I can't get the porcelain ones, the ones I want. I try to base things off of my growing up, even like something that maybe happened last week or something I'm interested in. I would like to have that represented on my layout. Kind of a memory thing / legacy thing. If I pass away, my kids can look at the layout and go, "Huh, Dad used to bowl. Dad used to be this. Dad used to do that. And including the kids in that as well, so maybe they'll want to keep it and just sell it. Anyway, I hope they don't, but they're after me about my Gears of War memorabilia right now, and they keep going, "Are you going to get rid of that? Are you going to get rid of that?" No, I'm not. I found that if you buy things and you sell them off, they've lost all value if you sell them off, because that means it means nothing to you. It never meant anything to you, and you just wasted money for no reason. So, could I make money off my Gears of War stuff? Most certainly. I got quite a bit of collector stuff. Some of it will make some money, some of them come out break even probably. But that's beside the point. I'd like to keep it. So, let me jump off that subject. So the layout's going to change according to the buildings and a few other things. A long time ago, when I got into it, I had my slot car track before my trains, but I was building train sets. I was watching a video. See, now I'm not moving around. I was watching a video. Maybe if I had some hand action in here on this guy's train channel, and it was amazing because he had his layout. You know what? Probably better look at this from the layout position. Let me see what I can do here. Don't mind my mess. I've been working on a few things. So, if you guys all remember my layout, let me see if I can. There's a couple things going to be happening with that. One, this table is going to go down. I have a tendency, it's set at my waist height, which is like, I want to say 46 inches, 48 inches, I think 48. And, we do that because we want to obviously have it so we can just walk up, put our hands down, get the car, put it back on the track, and go. And it makes it convenient for whatever you're right there. But if you're over there, and let's just say that I don't have a gap on that side. I know a few of you have 8-foot wide tables that are backed against a wall. And I don't know why I thought about it. But, okay, now you got to use a stick. Well, that's 8 foot across my table. This is 16 by 8. And for me to reach across there, even with, let's just show this, my little stick, I'm still not reaching that far. I mean, I could do like garage slot cars, get the longer ones. Obviously, I didn't do that because I've got one of these on the other side, so you can reach it from either side. But why do we always do that to ourselves? Why can't I lower this table so that I can have all my levels, crossovers, and if it's lower, I'm standing over it. So in the end, I'm looking at my whole track layout from a bird's eye view rather than from a cross view. Don't get me wrong. Trains, it's great to have them at your eye level when they pass around the table if you're sitting at it. But slot cars, you want to be able to see the whole track at the same time so you know what's coming up, where things are at, what's going on. And I played around with this idea for a while, but I didn't want to do it because I already built the table. Well, since I'm doing all this redesign, and I keep hanging my feet up on stuff, I decided to, I think I need to do that. So I'm going to be stripping all of this off again, like what I was trying to do with the Christmas lights. Anyway, and I did mount a TV over here, and I plan to mount a TV over in that corner. And then, of course, I got that TV over the fireplace. It kind of angles out towards my workstation. Anyway, another thing that comes to mind is I forgot where I was wanting to go with all of this hobby. And we'll start here. So, these are two cars I had planned to show in my Christmas special or prior to it. But my original plan was this car would be running amok around on Mayhem, just cause all kinds of havoc in Christmas Town, right? Well, then we bring in its competitor of the same car, which, if you haven't seen this thing run, I don't know if I can get it to. Doesn't have any sound. But it had the lights, so it'd be a police car. I forgot my shadow was sitting on the layout at the same time, so I kind of took off there for a second. It's out of the box, so it just wants to run. Anyway, and then that's when I was going to bring in my Dodge Charger with Santa Claus to intercede, because he was going to outdo this car and say, he'd be off the track or something and come by. And then Santa's car would fly in and be the hero of the day. And it was just going to be a short story, but it was, a short story theme. That was kind of my plan. But see, that's what I wanted to do all along. Going back to that train story, he did his layout in intricate detail. It was big, but a lot of people like to see the whole layout, but you don't get to see the detail work that goes into it. This guy did videos where he'd have his little figures standing outside their house, and they were going to Aunt Barbara's or something that day, whatever the storyline may have said. And then the train would come by. They get to the train station, and then they'd get aboard the train. Then the train would go around the layout, showing you from the train's point of view the layout. And then when they got to their destination, or actually the one story I remember the most was it stopped, and it was not their stop, but it showed the people getting off. Obviously the train, when it drove off, you saw the people that had gotten off at that station. So then the next station is when they got off, and they went to visit their Aunt Barbara, and but now you got a special view in a slightly better detail of the train going around the track and this, that, and the other. Now there's not a lot you can do with. Well, there probably is. I should ask Raul. I shouldn't count anything out, but I kind of wanted to do the same thing. My goal was to get trains, slot cars, and Christmas Village all on the same layout. I am accomplishing that. It's not as easy as it looks. It's actually been rather difficult. It takes a lot of planning, or in my case, a lot of moving things around until you get it right. So going forward this year, that's what's going to happen. And then I'm going to start creating more stories. Now, you say, why do these stories? I think there's something that everybody enjoys. We all want to see slot cars go around the track. I even like watching trains go around the track. And we like lit up villages, at Christmas time. People, you've seen how much they cost. People spend money on that stuff. I'm a fan of all. So I want to integrate them all together, because at the same time it still goes back to that whole thing of showing my history of my life in my layout by being my layout. Does that make sense? So that's where I'm at on that. You might change your mind a little bit. But yeah, I have a lot of fun ideas, and this is my channel, so I'm going to do what I want. And that brings me to a topic I wanted to bring up tonight. Well, I didn't want to bring it up. It wasn't even part of my topics till earlier. By the way, so I have plans going forward. Magnetic Racing. Doug and Ian, thank you. And I'm already working on my list for my next order. Because I got a lot I'm planning to do, but I got to have the things in place to make sure I have the space to do it. And, okay. Number 2, I'm running out of Chew-Its. I'm on the last freaking package, man. Those things are like a drug. You sent me 4, and I've already ate 3 and a quarter of the 4th one. All just building this stuff this week. So I'm going to need a lot more Chew-Its. I might have to just break down and buy some case from you like you have advertised. So, yeah. Chew-It's going to have an increase in sales, and they're going to wonder why, and they're going to see it's all coming through you guys. You guys should get a piece of their stocks or something and keep that in mind. But and then Doug, I'd like to reach out to you. I'm not sure if he even watches my channel, but I reached out to him about making that Santa sleigh and reindeer, and they said we could talk about it. I haven't reached out yet, but I will be doing that soon. And yeah, so this is the part where the video changes formats a little bit. And this is my fourth take on this video, by the way, because it's a sensitive subject. Matter of fact, because I've already deleted the video, you guys missed my first actual live unpackaging, which was what I got to here. Let's go ahead and put that out there. These are those acrylic markers I ordered. I seen Massimo had ordered some. I don't think these are the same ones, but it's 42 colors. It does a little bit of different, they're acrylic paints for painting like people or extra details, which I was wanting to use on my tower and over there as well to do some small stuff. So this came in today. It came in right as I was making the last video, and then my last video I got down to 5% on my phone, which I'm hoping it doesn't do that this time. And then my wife called for dinner, and so anyway, I got up there and started thinking about the video, and I decided to delete it because, I edit in my brain. I don't edit on the phone. Does that make sense? So, topic of the evening, probably the topic of the day, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time. If Sasha's watching this channel, this might be a good time for her to step away. Not that I'm going to be trying to be, it's nothing gross. My language might increase a little bit, and I know she watches my channel, and I don't really want her to be in on this conversation, because it really has nothing to do with her per se. And that was some things that went down today, and I take things personally. So when something comes to me personally, I end up putting it on my shoulders, and I feel like I need to do something about it. Things were done today, so it was taken care of. However, we need to put that note out there. I have this channel, and I have this channel for one reason only. And in all honesty, the only reason I have this channel is for fun. It is a hobby. These buildings are hobbies. The slot cars are hobbies. More track or whatever I build for that track, or anything I add to this, anything in my channel is a hobby to me. And I go there to escape the realities of the bullshit world we have out here. I'm tired of the ugliness in the world, so when I'm excited to come home, it's not even about putting my channel out, it's going to watch somebody else's channel, because, you get to escape, it's something to talk about that you're interested in, and you're there with like-minded individuals, and some of you, I consider pretty good friends. I mean, and I know I've said that before. I said it in somebody's post once. I think the fingers was the one that it hit me directly when he said it. But I said the reason I don't have friends is because I choose not to. Well, there's a little history behind that, and that's why I'm that way. I do have a few good friends. I've had their back. They've had my back all my life. Those are my friends. Same thing goes when I'm on this channel. I watch everybody's stuff, but there's certain people that pay attention to my channel or support me in my channel that makes me want to support their channel. So I guess you would classify those as my favorites. I have a few of them, and I'm not going to lie, I do have favorites. But that's not what this topic's about. It's about, this is my channel, I can put on here what I want to. Within reason, of course, because, YouTube's got their guidelines. But seriously, to sit there and troll somebody else's channel over the silliest of things, I just don't have room for it in my life. I don't come here for drama. No, unless you're watching one of Shane's videos, and then you get some drama out of that. Amazing video. Anyway. But some things went down today between, my guess is a couple people, a few trolls that made a big scene out of two channels This is what I've gathered. I didn't catch all of it, but I'm appalled that it happened. You know, there are so many channels out there, and we post when we can, and in the time frames that we can. I mean, most of my videos, as soon as I'm done filming them, I save them to on my thing, and then they convert it over so I can put it on YouTube. Then YouTube converts it over, and then it goes on to the online. So, like my video I did, the last video I did, it took almost 2 hours. So it took about 4 hours for me to get that downloaded because of all the information I had in it, and it was just a fun video. But so when it came out, it comes out exactly when it finishes downloading. Now live, yeah, you have a little more control over that, but should you have to reach out and ask everybody else's permission to go live? I don't think so. The great thing about YouTube is you can go back and watch anybody's shit. If I miss your video, I'm more than welcome to go back and watch it. And I do. I almost always do. I mean, I miss, like Pete's lives. They're at 1:30 in the morning. I've been trying to make it to him. Last night I actually fell asleep while watching him. I did wake up before he ended the show, but I went to bed. I didn't say anything to anybody, so I apologize. But, I can go back and watch it because I think Pete's channel is great. I love his charisma, his energy level. It's just awesome. I mean, what's not to watch on that show? And he's got a lot of interesting information. But channels here are crazy because none of our channels are the same. Not we have competitive racer channels. We have HO channel racers. We have HO/132 channel racers. We have people who just want to build terrain. We have people that just want to soup up the cars. We have people that want to just build cars. There's no straight answer to anything. It's part of the hobby. And for me to have the privilege to learn different things, even though I may never use it, I mean, again, I'm going to use that word, invaluable. It's invaluable, to learn something new. And I apologize, this video is standing still. So, here, let me show you my lighter. Not my normal lighter, my Zippo. I'm out of flints. And yeah, I have slowed down on the cigarettes, just not enough yet. Anyway. So, I guess my opinion is nobody should be telling you what you should or shouldn't do. And if they do, and you don't have time for them people. Nobody's got time for that. I don't have time for it. I know you don't have time for it. I've made the mistake before. I wasn't trolling somebody, but I made some bad statements on somebody's page. And to this day, I'm still guilty about it. Or guilty from it. I think I burned a bridge. You can't repair a bridge that's been bent. I threw out apologies for it. I think they accepted my apology. However, the relationship's not been the same since. And I'm not going to mention any names. It doesn't matter. There's not anything I can do about it. And then, I just move on. But you want to troll somebody and just, keep going at them and at them and at them and at them. That makes no sense to me. So, I hope that most of my subscribers are better people than that. And I hope that none of my subscribers were those few I mentioned in this video. Because if they are, you can go ahead and unsubscribe. I don't need you in my channel, my list at all. I don't go by subs. I'm glad you all of you that support me and you do sub into my channel. But mine's not about numbers. Mine's more about I want input. Just to have a conversation with people. Hey, I got the same car. Hey, I did this with that tower, but this is what I did. It's information being exchanged. And, who doesn't love that stuff? I mean, I try not to be the one-upper, because sometimes I feel like I sound like that when I say, oh yeah, I got that car. It makes you feel like you're being a one-upper, and I'm not. I mean, honestly, a lot of us buy the same car. By the way, anybody got that any of those new Toyotas yet? I ordered the black limited edition. It should be here by Friday. So, stoked. It's a really beautiful car. I want a couple of the other ones, even though I'm not a Revo slot fan. But it's coming. Really looking forward to it. Going into the year. See, I've already changed subjects. We're back to slot cars. Hopefully, you understood why I put the rant out, and we'll go forward. So, let's finish this up because we're going almost on 30 minutes of this video, and I don't do videos this long with me just sitting here holding the camera and not actually doing anything. That has to be boring. I probably lost most of you already, unless you're just listening to the calm sound of my voice. Okay, so going into 2024, I guess if I put my hands back into the picture, it keeps you going. Hey, I see a lot of changes going on. I can only get better at these channels, or at my channel. As I build up confidence, I feel like I'm getting better at the channel. I'm still not good with background. Like doing background on the build on the tower. I can do a personal background like Shane. I talked to him all week while I was building this, and we were going back and forth on Messenger, and I was sharing, I was sending pictures to show him where I was and how things were going, and we were kind of sharing a little bit of information there back and forth, and that was fun. Even though I know he was trying to get that apocalypse video done, so. I partly feel bad because maybe I was taking up a little too much of his time, but I was enjoying the conversation, so I just kept talking back and forth with him. But again, I consider Shane a friend, as I do many of you. So anyway, there's a little lighting on the subject here, and I can go back to normal mode. Going forward, there's gonna be some changes going on here. I'm going to bring you along. I may not always do the background part of builds or something like that. I'm going to try to. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to try to. But I want to bring you along as I do this certain build. And so if I have to update you with a track update every 2 weeks, then I'll do that. And I won't lie. Since I got y'all here paying attention, and if you're still here at 31 minutes, then you definitely support my channel. I want your opinions. If you see something that I maybe could do better, or I'm not saying I'll use it necessarily, but we're all in this, and we don't see all our ideas or ideas that are in front of us. So if you want to point things out in my videos along the way, please feel free to do so. That's not what I was saying by this little rant that I had. Constructive criticism is good. But, I guess people could troll my channel and say, well, all you do is the same thing. You talk behind the camera and you point out what you bought. What a loser. Well, okay, if you don't like it, well, then there's no reason for you to be watching it. Go on. So, but I do want input. I plan to bring a little more to you this year. I do have my phone already set up for live account on here. I'm looking at possibly getting something so I can do editing a little more. I use my phone right now, and my eyesight's not the greatest, so that's why I end up filming 4 times just to get you one video, and then you get what you get. So I plan to do something. I don't know if it's gonna be a laptop or a home-based computer. I'm not really a big fan of laptops because they get corrupted more than a regular computer, and it goes out, you lost your screen, your computer, and everything all at once. Computer goes out, you just lost your information, but you still got your screen and power supply and all that stuff. You can actually fix that. Anyway, so I plan to do some live streams. Maybe not a lot this first year. I do plan to throw some in because I'd like to actually talk to you guys. I won't be able to put guests. I don't know how to do all this stuff yet. I've been watching a lot of videos on how to put stuff into my channel. I plan to implement a lot of it as I learn it, and I plan to do a lot of building this year, and not so much spending. Not that I'm not going to buy slot cars. That will happen. I'm just not going to be. What was it, like 60 cars a year? I don't think I'm going to spend that much. Have that many cars this year. Um, I'll buy cars according to what I like. Like I said, I got that Toyota coming in hopefully by Friday. I'm really excited about it because I just think that car looks amazing in that matte black. Anyway, so something to think about, guys. And I'm sorry about the rant. I was actually going to say a lot more, but I'm editing out some stuff because I don't feel like I had it in my other previous recordings, and I didn't feel they were appropriate to be put out there. So I took them out in this video. So anyway, in this world, you just, why can't it be both, man? Have a good night, guys. Bye. Ho, 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 ho.